Out with the old and in with the new. What's going on, everybody? It's Haze Carlson here with Bob Hurley RV in Oklahoma City. And right now, we are looking at the very first 2026 Entegra Coach Odyssey SE that has hit our lot. And this is the 22EF floor plan. We're going to talk all about the specifics of this bad boy, what separates it from the others, and what makes this such a great entry-level coach. We're also going to go over what the differences are between 2025 and going into 2026. And before you come at me in my comments section, no, we did not detail it. We just got this thing like a couple of hours ago, and I had to hop on the ball, film this video for you guys, so be sure to stick around. There hasn't really been a ton that's changed going from 25 into 26. However, I'm sure that you've noticed one thing that has changed is the outside appearance package. We got all new graphics on this guy, and in my opinion, I think it looks pretty sharp. Now, one thing that has not changed going from 25 to 26 is Entegra's one-piece fiberglass front cap. Now, the biggest enemy to any RV, I don't care if we're talking Class C, Super C, Class A, pop-up, travel trailer, fifth wheel, whatever. The biggest enemy to these guys is water intrusion. The less water you can get into one of these, the better. So, one thing that Entegra does to accomplish that is they have a seamless one-piece fiberglass front cap, no seams over here on the edges, leading to no water intrusion. They make it kind of like they make a boat hull when they make boats. Not Entegra, but boat company. You know what I'm talking about. Now, another thing that has changed going from 25 to 26, Ford has done a facelift on their E-Series vans. So, grill design, tad bit different, but we got the same bones. Let's talk about that. Believe it or not, Ford packs 7.3 liters of American V8 Fury underneath this little bitty hood. Now, this guy has 325 horsepower, 450 foot-pounds of torque, and is paired with Ford's Torque Shift 6-speed electronic transmission. Let's talk about a couple of things that you can't see, like their catalytic converter anti-theft device. See this guy right there? That's your catalytic converter. See this cage that's all the way around it, making it super hard to get to your exhaust and cut that guy off? That is Entegra's anti-theft device for their catalytic converter. Another thing that's really important that you can't really see is Entegra's 2+3 warranty. What is 2+3? 5? Yes, but that's not what we're talking about here. 2 years of limited warranty. Everything besides your wearable items, basically your bumper to bumper. 2 full years. Not just one season of camping and then winterize it and go back out to camp and you're already out of warranty. No more. 2 full years of limited warranty. And you got 3 years worth of structural warranty. Good stuff. Look at this nice, beautiful awning. Almost goes the entire length of the coach. Even got a little flap right there that comes out and lets you know when to stop. Now, the other cool part about this awning, you got this beautiful white LED strip up there. And if I go inside and monkey around with this button, ooh, it's dimmable, baby. Look at that. Love to see it. Now, right here next to the door, you've got your propane tank. 12.2 gallons worth of propane or 41 pounds of propane. 30,000 BTU furnace right there. 6-gallon gas and electric hot water heater with rapid recovery mode. Now, this guy will replenish itself about 3 times an hour, giving you 18 gallons worth of hot water an hour. Really nice stuff. Over here, tad bit of storage, 2 3-prong 110 outlets, your coax cable for outdoor entertainment, and this unit was optioned with the solar package. So we've got 220 watts worth of solar on the top. There's our solar controller, a couple of low point drains. In the last compartment, we've got nice storage, and right up above that, we've got even more storage. Holy crap. Nice, good light in there too, so we can see what we're doing. And that is the campsite of the Odyssey SE 22EF. Let's talk about the rear of this coach. You've got a nice full-size bumper on the rear of this guy. There's your 7-way plug and your hitch. Now, one thing I love about Entegra's Class Cs is they do not compromise the towing capability of the E-Series chassis. So we can tow 5,000 pounds with this guy with a 500-pound tongue weight. Nice LED brake lights, nice third brake lights up top, and we've got a nice backup camera with a microphone. Did you know the vast majority of accidents that happen in an RV, whether we're talking drivable or a towable unit, happen when you're in reverse? So that backup camera with the microphone, super important. On to the driver's side. Now again, I really do like the refresh that Entegra has done on their graphics. Looks pretty sharp in my opinion. Now down here we have got your gray and black holding tanks and your sewer outlet. Your gas cap, our chrome dually wheels for this E350 chassis. And here we're going to have your wet bay. Outdoor shower, you've got your water pump, nice place to hold your nice little shower here. There we go. And then we can configure these two little knobs right here, depending on what you want to do. If you want to use city fixtures, fill your tank, fill and sanitize, normal, sanitize, winterize, all that good stuff. You've got your city water connection and then your black tank flush right there. Moving along, we have got our power cord that goes into this compartment right here, two 110 outlets and your cable inlet. Whenever you get pulled up to your campsite, that's where you're going to hook up your coax cable. Over here, we've got one more compartment for some nice storage with a nice light up there. There we go. Low point drain here on the side. To our generator. Now, this is a RVMP Flex Power 4000E. Gives us plenty enough power to run all of the components in this Entegra Odyssey SE. And there's the exhaust pipe. Now, moving right along, we've got some nice running boards on this E-Series chassis. Nice long mirrors with the bubble mirror. Now, in the Odyssey SE, we do not have side view cameras. So that bubble mirror really helps. If we want side view cameras, and that's really important to you, then we need to jump up into the regular Odyssey or the Entegra Coach Esteem. Let's talk about a couple of other things that we can't see. Let's talk about the roof. Now up there, we've got Entegra's Tough Flex PVC roof. Now that has a lifetime warranty on the roof. Really good stuff. We've also got an antenna with a signal booster up there. And we have a Coleman Mach 13,500 BTU ducted AC. Really good stuff. Let's take a look at the cab of this E350. Now, opening up the door, you'll notice our nice tan interior, windows, door locks, mirror controls. We do have automatic lights on this guy, auxiliary start, where we can use the house batteries to start the chassis. Now, this is a bit of a controversial take, but personally, I really like the vinyl floors. Super easy to clean, really easy to maintain as well. Let's get this thing cranked over. There we go. Listen to that V8 roar, baby. All right. Now we've got some AC blowing on us, nice and cool. Now let's talk about this instrument cluster. This thing is super customizable. You got a lot of information on here, trip and fuel stuff, all kinds of information about the truck info, different gauge views, digital speedometers, engine info, maintenance monitor, trans temp, and we've got settings. Now, we do have some driver assist settings on this guy, too. Like we do have pre-collision with alert sensitivity, distance indication, and active braking. Really good stuff. We can go into the settings and talk about this guy a lot. Now, again, we just got this thing today. Only has 948 miles on it. Those are only delivery miles. Now, on the steering wheel, got some controls to control the instrument cluster, cruise control, and media controls over here. So volume up, volume down, skip and replay songs. We got our mute, sync button, answer and decline phone calls. Here on the dash, we've got a few nice cubbies where we can put your phone, a lot of different places for snacks and drinks, plenty of spots for those big road trips, all of your AC controls, USB-A, USB-C, hazards, traction control off. We do have a 110, 150 watt outlet right there and another USB. Really good looking stuff. We also have a couple of visors and a nice light here on the side. Let's look at the house. And now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Open up this guy, check it out. Got an automatic step, absolutely love it. Let's do a quick little walkthrough before we get too terribly detailed on this guy. Gorgeous. All right, let's talk about this. Now, one of the many things that Entegra is known for is their over cab bunk. They overdo it on this guy for good reason. So if we grab this, bring it over, there we go. All right, so now we've got a beautiful place to sleep, everybody. Now, most manufacturers will put a 4 or maybe a 500-pound weight capacity on their over cab bunks. Does not sit well with Entegra. They went above and beyond. We've got 750 pounds of weight capacity on their over cab bunk. Now, if you've seen my other videos on Entegra's products, you know that we're obviously missing something right here, right? Now, if we want the beautiful panoramic windshield, we've got to go up to either the Odyssey or the Entegra Coach Esteem. Of course, they're going to have it in their Super C models, but in the Odyssey SE, that's one of the things that we lose is the nice big panoramic front windshield. Real quick, one other thing. We also get this really nice 24-inch smart TV. Now, you can stream things like Netflix and even watch all of your favorite Haze, Carlson, and Bob Hurley RV YouTube walkthroughs. Now, up above the entry door, nice cabinet here. We've got outlets for your satellite, a couple of 110 outlets, and your Wine Guard digital antenna up there. Let's look at this control panel. We've got our hours on our generator only at 0.5. That's all that Entegra does for their in-house PDI. Start and stop button for that. Now this is going to be our monitoring system where we can see the levels of our battery. Now we are plugged into shore power. We also have empty, fresh, black, and gray tanks. Now, one other thing that is new for 2026 is this guy right here. We have got tank heaters in Entegra Odyssey SE. 12-volt tank heaters, making sure that you can really take this thing out in those colder months. We've got a water pump and either gas or electric hot water heater. Now, again, with that hot water heater, we can hit both of those and go into that rapid recovery mode where it will switch in between electric and gas. Really love it. Let's talk about this big, bad dinette. I love these big U-shaped dinettes. We can fit more people in here. It's a lot easier to sleep some taller people because, you guessed it, it does convert into a sleeping area. Now, you've got to love these huge, huge windows. Huge windows. And then we can open those guys with this right here and get a nice breeze going in. Love it. Now, let's convert this guy into a sleeper. Yeah! Now we got a sleeper. Now, another thing that Entegra takes very, very seriously is their safety. Did you know that you are not legally required to put seat belts in the rear-facing seat? A lot of manufacturers don't do that, but that does not sit well with Entegra. So, we've got a seat belt here, we've got a seat belt here, and we've got a seat belt right here. It's kind of a big deal. Another pretty cool feature is that underneath the table, you've got two 110 outlets and two USBs to charge all of your stuff while you're on the move. Really love to see that. Now, up above the dinette and that beautiful big window, we have got some cabinetry. Let's take a peek. Plenty of storage in this guy. Now, one thing that I like about Entegra's products is there is not anything separating these two. So we can fit some larger cargo in these overhead storage cabinets. Over next to the storage cabinets, you'll have your Coleman Mach thermostat. Now this guy is going to go from cool, fan, off, and heat, and then you've got a high and low and high automatic setting and your temperature selection there. Now moving on, you've got a nice big mirror. Say what's up, everybody. Back behind that, tons of storage. Now they do give you this extra seat. Whenever you guys saw me in this dinette a moment ago, you notice that I didn't move any of the backing cushions in order to make it into a sleeper. That's because Entegra gives us this whole other cushion. But we've got all kinds of storage in this guy. Plenty of storage. Really great to hang up your hanging clothes. Put that guy back. And then underneath, got plenty of drawers. Really good stuff. All right, now let's talk about the kitchen. Oh, the kitchen. Let's open up these cabinets here right quick. Got a 110 outlet there, 4-hour microwave. Now this is a convection microwave. Gotta love a convection microwave. Down below that, we have got a stainless steel sink with our stainless steel faucet. Nice countertop. I love that on this 2-burner stove that we have this cover here so we can use that as extra counter space, or we can lift it up. It'll stay there on its own. Get to frying some eggs or whatever. Not a big chef myself. Shout out to my wife. There's a couple of our microwave components. Nice drawers that do lock back in place. Now, check that out. That is Entegra's Certificate of Excellence. Now, whenever it leaves Entegra's dealership, they have, not their dealership, but their factory, they go through a 120-point inspection and have that Certificate of Excellence in every brand new Entegra coach. Nice drawers. Under the sink, we've got a good bit of storage. Some of our sink lines there too. Now, one other thing that is new for 2026 is they have redesigned their linoleum floor. So in previous model years, that bit of a different color, but in this model year, it is different. Look at this big, bad refrigerator. 10 cubic foot, 12-volt refrigerator. Gets cold super fast. Really easy to maintain. Gotta love a nice 12-volt fridge. Now, let's talk about the bedroom. All right, so we've got a queen-size bed here with tons of cabinetry up above. Plenty of cabinetry all the way around this guy. We've also got a nice vent right up above and our emergency exit. Now, over on this side, we are backed, ready to go for a TV right there. Got our coax cable, 2 110 outlets. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what is that line doing right here in the middle of the bed? Let me show you. We can flip this mattress up. And then, remember outside, whenever we had that big bad storage compartment? Well, we can access that through the inside. There is that door that we opened. There we go. There is that door we opened outside earlier. Plenty of room in here to store all of your stuff. Now let's get you an inside look at some of this thing's guts. Look at that. A couple of our AC and furnace tubes. We've got our reverse polarity transfer switch, a lot of electrical components, so really easy to access a lot of this stuff in the event that you need to. There we go. All right, and then we'll flip our mattress back. Ugh, beautiful. Love to see it. Nice little tight bedroom, and you've got this nice curtain to give you some more privacy. We'll unvelcro that guy, slide it over, and bang, just like that. Got your own little bedroom all to yourself. Got an exit for the furnace there, breaker box and fuse panel right there. Now for the bathroom. Coming in, we've got a nice big medicine cabinet with our mirror. Plenty of spots to put your toothbrush, toothpaste, all that good stuff. Nice towel holder. Stainless steel sink. A little bit of storage underneath the sink, not a ton, but we do have some. Love the fact that we got a filter on this guy too. Some open cabinetry for things like toilet paper and things of that nature. Now, we've got the shower. So in case you guys didn't know, I am 6'5",
Now, I've got a taller hat on today. I've still got my shoes. I'm having to crick my neck just a little bit to stand straight up in here, but taking a shower is doable. Not the most comfy thing in the world, and we do have a shower curtain that's in that other cabinet that we looked in earlier. That's that little white thing sitting on the bottom. But I've seen worse showers, but at the same time, I have seen better. We're going to have to put this on the cons list. Now, the last difference between the 2025 and the 2026s in the Entegra Coach Odyssey SE is the wall boards. A little bit different of a pattern. Not the biggest thing in the world, but it has changed going from 25 to 26, and you should know. Real quick, we're almost done. Let's recap the differences between 2025 and 2026 Entegra Coach Odyssey SE. Difference number 1, wall boards. Difference number 2, new linoleum. Difference number 3, tank heaters. Difference number 4 are upgraded graphics. And difference number 4.5, because it's not an Entegra upgrade, Ford did a facelift on their E-Series. And that brings us to an end of our tour on this brand new 2026 Entegra Coach Odyssey SE 22CF. Now, this unit in particular has an MSRP of $129,361. However, that's not really what we sell them for. So, if you're curious on what it's going to cost you to own this bad boy, give me a call. I'm going to have my phone number listed right down below, and I'm curious to hear your feedback. Let me know some of your favorite and maybe your least favorite parts about this coach down in the comments. Always love hearing from my folks here on my YouTube channel. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give me a like and share this with all your camping buddies. And I hope to see you soon on the road in this beautiful Entegra Odyssey SE. Take care and thunder up.